Today on UMTV News, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history might be coming to an end. We will have the details.
Plus, we'll tell you about one food truck in Fort Lauderdale that is giving people with developmental disabilities an opportunity to join the workforce.
And on this Veterans Day, how one elderly veteran turns a nursing home into a powerful tribute.
All this and more coming up on UMTV News. Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of UMTV News. I'm Gracie Huber-Holt.
And I'm Andres Jaime Mendez. Thank you for joining us. The government shutdown's effects are being felt across the country, but could it be coming to an end soon? The Senate took a key step toward reopening the government Sunday night as lawmakers pushed to end the longest shutdown in U.S. history. Several Democratic centrists crossed party lines and reached a deal with Senate GOP leaders and the White House in exchange for a future vote on extending enhanced affordable care subsidies. A Sunday night breakthrough in the Senate is putting Congress on a path to potentially end the shutdown.
Our long national nightmare is finally coming to an end.
8 Democratic centrists, including one independent, broke with party leaders to join Republicans in a 60-40 vote to advance a federal funding measure in exchange for a future vote on extending Obamacare subsidies. However, Republicans have not guaranteed to extend the health care subsidies that are at the heart of the fight, frustrating Party Progressive.
That is a totally meaningless gesture. You can get 100 votes here in the Senate. Won't mean anything because the House is not going to take it up.
But for the senators who chose to break, the compounding impacts of the shutdown, including unpaid federal workers, snarled travel due to air traffic controller shortages, and the loss of critical food assistance through SNAP benefits, pushed them to cut a deal.
We need to get the government open because we have millions of Americans who are suffering.
If the battle plan isn't working, you change the battle plan, you try another tactic.
What Democrats do get out of the deal to end the shutdown includes jobs restored for thousands of federal workers fired during the shutdown, protections against mass federal layoffs through the end of the fiscal year, back pay for furloughed workers, and the funding of SNAP benefits through the 2026 fiscal year. For the millions of Americans feeling the shutdown pain, the end may finally be near. In the meantime, an appeals court has rejected the Trump administration's effort to block full SNAP payments, but many recipients are still in limbo. Approximately 42 million low-income Americans rely on the federally funded Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP, and they've been caught in a weeks-long back and forth between the courts and the Trump administration.
Despite the shutdown nearing an end, air travel is still feeling a heavy impact. And when the government is running again, flights will continue to be affected for some period of time. For now, air carriers continue reducing flight capacity at dozens of airports by up to 10%. The FAA guidelines urge airlines to cancel their flights 7 days before they're scheduled, but that's not what's happening. And once passengers get the notification of the canceled flight, it's not easy for them to change their arrangements.
On my way to the airport today, flying back to Sarasota, and I get the alert this morning that it's been canceled. Not yesterday, so now I'm scrambling trying to find a flight back.
Do you have any good options right now? Do you know?
No, right now it's just getting through this fiasco.
One aviation consultant believes air travel can be fixed in time for Thanksgiving and the holidays. But the only thing that would slow the recovery is whether or not enough air traffic controllers return to work once the government reopens.
Food trucks have been increasing in popularity in hotspots across South Florida. But for the past year, the operators of one truck have been determined to bring both tasty food and an inclusive message to their community. Johnny Muschin had a chance to check out what the food truck is all about and joins us now live with more. Johnny?
Andres, for many in South Florida, a food truck is a convenient way of getting a quick meal. However, the Square Bowl food truck located in Fort Lauderdale is giving members of a certain community the opportunity to join the workforce for the first time in a positive way. On paper, the Square Bowl, located just outside downtown Fort Lauderdale, is your average spot to get a delicious and convenient meal. However, the food isn't the main focus of the business. It's the staff.
I'm a food associate on the food truck, so that's what I do. And I also have autism too. I've matured a lot, and I can tell it in myself when I like look in the mirror in the morning and I'm like, how did I get from such a young child to this, to me being mature and stuff like that.
But it's not just those on the autism spectrum who have an opportunity to work at the Square Bowl. The truck is open to anyone who has a developmental disability for employment. And the reason why is to give individuals from different backgrounds a chance to learn the workforce without fear of judgment.
What we have here is an opportunity for individuals with developmental disabilities to work and have a job and have a career. You may have a developmental disability or part of the neurodiverse population, but we're all the same and there's nothing different.
Now, the truck travels to feed their community and to share their goals, and their impact is felt well beyond the pickup window.
One woman came over to me and said to me, I have a brother that passed away, and how wonderful it would have been that he would have had this opportunity in life. And that's the difference that this makes.
This job also allows for workers in the neurodivergent community to build their skills so that they can continue working, whether it be in the service industry or in something more high profile.
I see them gaining more confidence the more they do, and when you let them go on their own and see how far they can take it, it's pretty interesting.
And for workers like Ariel, it's not just a job. It's a chance to grow and inspire others in similar positions.
Do it. Do it. It's going to be challenging at first, but do it. Because we have good customer service and we have an amazing food and an amazing team running it. So,
and the wonderful thing is, I think the world is ready for this. And if we open our minds and see that we're all the same, we'll accept each other's differences. And I think that goes across the board for anybody.
And if you would like to try some of their delicious food or meet some of the staff at the Square Bowl, they're located up at the David Posnick JCC up in Davie. And if you'd like to see if the truck is going to anywhere by you, you could follow their social media at the Square Bowl on Instagram to find out more about their schedule for the following season and for their mission for the rest of the year. Live in Coral Gables, Johnny Muschin, UMTV.
Thanks, Johnny. Time for a short break, but don't go anywhere. The state of Florida has hit some of the lowest temperatures of the year. We'll tell you where this mysterious cold front comes from. And later on, we'll tell you all about a UM dance group firing up the Hurricanes athletics. All this and more coming up on the other side of the break. Last week, we celebrated homecoming, and one of the events many student organizations look forward to each year is the Alma Mater competition. It gives groups a chance to take a tradition that's been part of the university for generations and reimagine it through their own style and performance. The competition brings together a wide range of student organizations, each creating a performance that starts with the original Alma Mater before transitioning into their own remix. Groups use vocals, short musical sections, and choreography to tell a story that represents their members and their culture. This year included performances by the Hurricanettes, Federación Estudiantes Cubanos, United Black Students, and other student organizations who brought their own interpretation to the stage. Organizers say the event continues to evolve as groups add their new ideas and creativity to the tradition.
I find that the tradition itself is, really rewarding. I've seen a lot of orgs participate over the years, and it's a really inspiring thing. I think it takes the spirit of our organization, the commuters, that togetherness that we try to foster, and helps put it out on the stage for everyone to see.
After all the performances, the Association of Commuter Students took home this year's title, marking their third straight win in the competition. Student leaders say their success comes from strong teamwork and a clear sense of community, something that resonates with the audience each year. The competition continues to be a homecoming highlight, showcasing the talent and tradition of student organizations across campus.
It's still fall, but temperatures across the East Coast are hitting a record low. Even here in Florida, we are definitely feeling the effects of this Arctic blast. It is forecast to spread across the eastern two-thirds of the nation, but in Miami, temperatures felt as low as 30 degrees this morning, and it's causing iguanas to freeze up and even fall out of trees. But in more northern states, the cold comes with extreme weather. Some Midwesterners are still digging into snow after double-digit accumulations yesterday. And not only does it affect those on the ground in those states, its effects are colliding with air traffic controller shortages due to the government shutdown.
The University of Miami Sun Stations are known for bringing the energy at University of Miami games, but off the field, something big is happening for the team. Juliana Warnock joins us live to tell us how this moment is changing what it means to be a sensation. Juliana?
Yes, Gracie, they are best known for lighting up the court and field during games, but the Sensations are better known than the performances that you see. They're going to take that energy to the next level, and that starts right here on campus. At the University of Miami, the Sensations dance team has always brought the energy, but what's happening here in this studio might be their biggest moment yet. The Sensations aren't just about performing at halftime. They're built on connection and a real sense of family on and off the stage.
Ooh. It's so corny, but like the team, like the girls are my favorite people ever. Ever since I came here for my first clinic, I knew that like this was the team that I wanted to be on. This was the most supportive group of girls that like I could have ever found, especially at this school. They're so hardworking. Everyone is so motivated, both like in and outside of school and dance. They're just well-rounded.
The Sensations practiced wherever they could find space because when you love to dance, any floor will do. They showed up early, stayed late, and never stopped moving. Inside this bright mirror-lined studio now, there's a reflection of more than just movement. It's a reflection of what it means for athletes to finally have a space of their own.
Being able to have a space where like you can actually practice and actually see what you're supposed to be doing right and wrong has been super helpful.
For over a decade, the Sensations have been representing the U with pride, performing in front of thousands of people. But until recently, they haven't had a space that they can call their own. And behind this door, it is more than just new floors and mirrors. It's recognition and it's respect. This August, the Sensations didn't know what was waiting for them. They walked in expecting another practice and instead found a studio made just for them.
She was like, so we're gonna come in here and it's gonna be super beneficial for us. And we were all like, okay, like we're ready. And we walked in and it was a studio and we were all like, oh my gosh. And my first reaction was like, wow, I didn't expect this because I thought I'd be dancing in a gym.
For the freshmen, this space is all they've ever known, but even they understand how much it means to those who came before them.
Seeing this was honestly so cool, and seeing all the vets' reactions was honestly so special because some of them were crying, so excited, just that they finally got to have this space. And obviously I came in having this space right away, which I'm so grateful for and thankful for, but it completely changed my mindset because I thought I would just be dancing on a gym floor.
This studio is more than a room. It's a step forward for athletics and for dance as an art. And as they keep showing up, sweating, laughing, and growing together, these walls will hold more than echoes of music. They'll hold the heart of a team that finally has a place to call home. The Sensations are just getting started, so if you have not seen them perform, make sure that you go to the UMiami women's basketball game this Thursday. Reporting live for UMTV News in Coral Gables, I'm Juliana Warnock.
Thank you, Juliana. And finally, this Veterans Day, an 85-year-old man is making sure the legacy of all veterans live on. Bob Morris transformed a small room inside a Missouri nursing home into a memorial filled with photos, flags, and uniforms from those who served. The displays keep growing as residents share their stories and add their mementos. For many, this space has become a quiet place to reflect on service, sacrifice, and the friends they'll never forget. And how about that, Gracie? What an incredible way to make sure that the legacies of these people that have given so much to our country are never forgotten.
Absolutely. We honor them for all their service.
And that's all the time we have today for UMTV News. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you back next week, same time, same place. Have a great day.